Obviously it'll be a game time decision, and still taking it one day at a time.
Do you find yourself calling the game any differently when Will Howard is the quarterback compared to Adrian Martinez?
I would say a little bit. And obviously, there is some different styles in their, in their running ability. I kind of know and have gotten to know more of what some of the calls and situations that Adrian really likes versus a lot of them are the same, but then there's some differences in certain pass concepts that Will feels comfortable that's different. So just trying to visualize and okay, if I'm them, and as we've worked through the week and how to prepare things of what's best suited to them in that situation, and let them do their thing.
Did TCU do anything different after those first 4 Will Howard possessions? Did it just shut off after that?
No. I think it came down to a couple key plays on those 2 possessions really, and weren't able to convert and stay on the field. And schematically, no, it was not anything that was that was different than what we were expecting in those situations. We just weren't able to get it done.
Your end of half possession, you throw one horizontally, trying to recall the second play, and then you get left in a 3rd and 11.
Yeah.
Just what are you looking to get out of those first 2 plays?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to not be in 3rd and long. And on that, the first one was a smoke into the boundary, trying to get 4 to 6, and didn't get that, and then they were really running with our jet sweeps, and I mean the Will linebacker on that play runs outside the front side tackle, and we're inches away from splitting it on that play to hopefully get you in a better situation. And then obviously you're sitting there in 3rd and long, and right there at midfield was in a double look situation and was contemplating, hey, do you take a shot here, or do you try to get manageable because you're in 4 down to go territory 2, in that deal, and obviously we weren't able to get it done.
What was the number you were looking for as far as a field goal in that direction with the wind?
Oh, I mean, we'd have definitely had to get inside the 30. I mean, we were going to need a 1st down, you know what I mean? So it was, hey, let's try to sequence to get to a 4th down and manageable, or hey, let's see if we can throw for it and get it, and that type of deal. So it was 2 trains of thought, and obviously it didn't work. So
on the play where Jake threw the interception, what went wrong on that?
Yeah, no, it's it was trying to do a max protection, kind of move the pocket a little bit for him, 3-level stretch, and it was very clear, and after the first play, I mean there was 9 guys in the box, and wanted to give him a 3-level stretch play, and it was basically 0 coverage, and but again, he was in a very, very hard situation when you're on your heels on the road, having to deal with some of those dynamics and some tough situations, and tough deal.
Where has Will Howard made the biggest leap from year 2 to now year 3?
Oh, I think just it's there's nothing like when you're when you've been in that fire, and you've been in those battles, and you've been in those heated moments of games in contention, games on the line, having to make those judgment call decisions with confidence, with full speed, and obviously having been through that, through the first 2 years, having worked as hard as he has and prepared as well as he has to again improve his craft and build true confidence, being able to watch him build on that and go out and perform like he did I was so proud of him.
Collin, do you have an update on Ben Sinnott? And if he can't go, then how does that kind of change the dynamic of that position?
Yeah, no, I think again it's still day to day. I think it's probable, but we'll kind of have to see on after today's practice. Will tell us a lot on a lot of these guys.
Though he's not ever been a full-time starter, if you were to go, this would be Will Howard's third game against Oklahoma State, ironically.
Yeah.
Does that familiarity kind of help at all?
You know, it's this year's a little different. You know, they've had a lot of experienced guys the last few years that have moved on, so they're a little bit different personnel-wise. Obviously, a new D coordinator, so they're yes, there's similarities, but there's more differences this year than there would have been from like 20 to 21, if that makes sense.
You've seen the numbers on Oklahoma State's defense on third down.
Yep.
How daunting is that?
You know, it's exciting. You know, and honestly, that's. I mean, it's been a point of emphasis for for us. You know, the last few weeks because we have struggled in that area, and to be able to stay on the field, and you know, what a great challenge. You know, and that's how our guys are looking at it, and yeah, they're really good on defense. They've got they play extremely physical. They're aggressive. They tackle well. You know, but shoot, everybody in our league is is good defensively, and a great chance for our guys to step up and you know, we need to put a good plan together and make sure they're in good position.
I think you guys ran twice with Cade Warner against TCU. Why was him out of an end around a good play for you guys?
You know, it was kind of one of those things that he just happened to be at that X position, you know, in the flow of the game. You know, and he did a great job. You know, I mean, he got us in manageable and got a first down, I think, on the one. So, you know, sometimes we try to put them obviously exactly, you know, but sometimes in a situation based on subs, tired, someone gets winded, etc. It can happen.
Deuce has obviously been limited the last couple games. Where's he at physically, and what do you guys need from him heading into this week?
I mean, shoot, we just need him to be himself. You know, I mean, he's an absolute warrior. You know, I think you know, would say his progress is better this week than it was last week, but he played really well last week too. So he just needs to be Deuce.
As a guy who's played hurt a quarterback before, does that make you think at all now when you're calling plays for your quarterbacks? If they are injured and dealing with stuff, do you call less runs? Do you call more passes? Does that enter your mind at all?
You know, it's one of those things that I think from a player standpoint, you know, you get into that battle mindset, right? That you start going and you don't really think about it until it's something that gets to the point where it holds you back, and then it's, you know, debilitating. You know, from a coach's standpoint, yeah, you try to manage it, but then you get in the flow too, you know, and it's kind of, you got to just feel how he's doing. And I mean, I'll never forget, I mean, I remember before Texas A&M my junior year, and Dana said, yeah, you know, we'll manage it, you know, and was dinged up and whatever, and 35 carries later, I was like, whoa, you know, so, but we won, you know, and it was obviously 4 overtimes, and, you know, so it's one of those things that everybody's just scratching and clawing, trying to do the best they can, and obviously we'll take care of them and do what we can. So
You guys ran 23 plays in the second half. Is it tough to get in a rhythm with that few possessions?
Absolutely, you know, absolutely, you know, and they, to their credit, they were able to stay on the field and do what we do to a lot of people, you know, at times, and that's it. It does. I mean, it you know, affects your rhythm, and you know, but that's no excuse. I mean, when we're on the field, we got to think, hey, we got to find a way to move the ball down the field and score and get it done. And it doesn't matter if we've not been on the field, been on the field, things are going well. It's your first quarterback, your third quarterback, you know, whatever situation. You know, I believe in all of our guys. All of our guys bust their butts and are in it, and it's about finding a way in those critical situations, because it's a game of inches, and when you know, you just got to find them.
Despite the way the game ended, for the amount of success that Will Howard had in that first half, was there a lot of confidence that can kind of be taken from that for him and you as a play caller moving in to next game?
No, I think absolutely. I think, and that's for this whole season. You know, I mean, you never losing stinks. I mean, it's painful. It doesn't matter, you know, who plays good, who doesn't play good, because it's about just finding a way to get over the hump, to just get it done. You know, but you know, I think in what our focus, my focus, our players' focus, and from Coach Klein, we've got to be thinking, hey, it's about getting better. It's about competing better. It's about eliminating some mistakes, being better fundamentally, all of those things. And you do that there's times like that that can be, you can make progress in those areas even in a loss, you know, and it's, you have to be focused on those things, because then, you know, then you'll find those inches in those key games. So absolutely, I think there were some strides made in some areas. Obviously wasn't enough to get it done.